Another day, another episode. Hi, I'm Ritika and welcome to my The Drafting series. Till now, we have done 12 resolutions and around 5-7 agreements. So, in the 5-7 agreements, we have done arbitration, we have done sale agreement, foreign collaboration, then commercial agency agreement, then bank guarantee, joint venture. We have done a lot of agreements, and the common clauses you should define it and just let me know in the comment section that what are the common clauses that you can know till now. In today's episode, we are going to study outsourcing agreement first. Any business wants to focus on its core area. It outsources the non-core areas. If any business main thing is to sell some products, they will focus on some selling the product. But they can outsource is packaging, delivery, all these things they can outsource. So today's agreement is outsourcing agreement. There is a company who is making books and that company wants to sell those books in soft copy also. So the service of converting this hard copies into soft copies is being outsourced. This is the example. In first paragraph will be similar like any other agreement we write. This outsourcing agreement made on dash day of dash between ABC Limited, the company who is actually making the books and providing hard copies, registered under companies at 2013, having registered office at dash, hereinafter referred as the company on one part. Another entity, that is KPMG entity, we are considering and giving it an example, hereinafter referred as KPMG on the other part. Then we will define the situation, that is ABC Limited is publishing a book and they want to convert and sell soft copies also. They approached many service providers through tenders and bids, and KPMG got selected, and KPMG is going to do the service for them. And then our common clause, then our testatum, and first clause will come, what are the duties of service provider? Yani what are the duties of KPMG's? KPMG's duties are first to provide a common centralized system for converting this base, secondly doing scanning, indexing of the books and helping in the technicalities. This all are the duties. You can write more duties also like maintaining confidentiality, etc. As this is a contract which involves some copyright, as book is being published, so they need to mention who is going to have the copyright of the books. So in second clause we will write that the company, we are not going to write ABC Limited, we will write the company will have the copyright of digital series also. As this is a contract of publishing a book, we need to give time. So time period should be mentioned is another clause. In another clause, we will write that KPMG will be given a period of whatever days you can write, 100 days, 200 days, and in that period, this period shall be essence of the contract. As within this period, if it gets converted into soft copies, it will be better for the company and KPMG also. We will define the cost. Consideration is the next point of this contract. Cost of digitization, cost of services, cost of training of company's personnel for technicalities, all this cost bearing and who is going to bear this cost with the exact amount we are going to write in this clause. Then comes duties and obligations of service receiver. Like what are the duties and obligation for the person who is actually receiving the service? In this we will write that he will pay consideration with this installments. Like after 50% he has to do this, after 50% he has to do this. This all are the clauses. We can write more clauses of confidentiality, breach and dispute. Breach and dispute remains kind of similar, and in the end testimonium, and in the end witnesses sign and signature of the parties. I will still explain how we are going to write the breach clause and dispute clause, that in case of any breach of this agreement or contract by any party, such party will indemnify the other party. Then comes the arbitration clause, that in case of dispute between parties, they will refer to Arbitration and Conciliation Act 1996. Then testimonium and the signature part. This is your outsourcing agreement. Next agreement that we are going to do is leave and license agreement. Firstly, you need to understand the difference between leave and license and lease deed. Basic and main differences: in leave and license, we get just the mere rights of that property. And in lease agreement, we get the partial interest of that particular property. In license agreement, we cannot sub-license the property. But in lease, we can do sublease. Is usually assignable property. Now, how we are going to write the leave and license agreement? For this, you should not remember all the clauses. What you should remember and think and imagine a situation that you are living in a particular property, rent out property. What you will ask to your owner or landlord of that property, that what rights you should get. Like rent हम लिखा के लेंगे agreement में, deposit लिखा के लेंगे agreement में, कोई conditions होगी आपके ऊपर वो लिखा के रहेंगे, कोई conditions owner के ऊपर होगी Undertakings, that also we can write. Termination kab hoga we will write. Period we will write. Duration we will write. Arbitration we will write. Dispute clause we will write. This all are the basic clauses. Breach clause we will write. All these clauses actually are written in leave and license agreement. The parties in this agreement are licensor and licensee. In the first paragraph we will write Mr. A, son of dash, resident of dash, in bracket hereinafter referred as licensor, and Mr. B, son of dash, resident of dash, hereinafter referred as licensee on other part. Then we will explain that Mr. A is absolute owner of the property as described in Schedule 1. In this agreement we have to write schedules again because this agreement involves immovable properties transfer. And in the end also we have to write in the north of, east of and west of. Then we have to explain that licensor was ready to give that property on license and licensee was ready to accept that property. Then our common clause. Then comes our testedum, that is now this agreement witnessed as under, and the operative part starts from here. First clause that we will write is term clause. Firstly we will write for the term of period that the license is going to occupy. That the licensor hereby grants and licensee accepts the premises as mentioned in Schedule 1 for a period of 5 years from the date of hereof. Secondly, we will write the rent clause, that the licensee has to pay an advance rent of 30,000 which shall be payable on or before 5th day of the month. Licensee shall also pay a deposit of rupees 1 lakh refundable on the termination of this agreement. Then comes our covenants clause. Any covenants that the licensor has to put on licensee, we will write in this clause. And secondly, that the property is free from encumbrances and all that things also we can write in undertakings clause. What we can write in covenants, that he will be liable for the electricity charges coming for any particular month. He has to maintain the premises in good and maintainable form. Thirdly, he is not allowed to do subletting of the property. In case of any damages, the licensee has to pay to licensor for the damages caused. These are the covenants. Then we can write the termination clause, breach clause and dispute clause. This is again a very simple agreement, that is leave and license agreement. The end of leave and license agreement, we will write schedule. Don't miss writing schedule in the north of, east of, west of and south of. And at the end, testimonium, in witness whereof both the parties put their signature on the date mentioned above. This is a common line in every agreement. And after that, witness's signature and signature of parties. In case of any improvements in this video, just let me know in the comment section. In case you have any problem with noise or any single thing, you can let me know in comments. Thank you for watching. Keep hustling and keep praying and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much.